we're talking about 3 ways that you can be sure to hit your end-of-year sales targets, your end-of-year income targets. Look, there's a lot of distractions this time of year, and you got to know that. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that you hit your target. Decembers were always the best best month of the entire year for me. I look back at my career, and it was always like, because I made this commitment to myself that it was going to be a good month. And that, of course, everything that you do, it starts with a commitment. You got to be committed to making it happen. And so, like, I want you to understand that this can be your biggest month. And you don't need to listen to everybody telling you that the holidays are, the time to relax, and yeah, they're time to spend time with your family. I'm going to do that. Do the turkey thing, do the Christmas thing and the presents things. But dude, when those holidays are gone, guess what? Rent check still shows up. Bills still show up, right? You still have goals. Don't get distracted right now. So you're running out of time. And I want to give you just start with a couple tips, right? A couple tips that you can make sure that you maximize the holiday selling season if you're a salesperson. Number 1, urgency every day is key. Again, people start packing on a little bit of weight this time of year. They start moving a little slower. They start sleeping a little longer. Time change, things change. People they just start getting all wacky, right? So you got to show up with intention and urgency every single day. You got to be focused. You got to be like, dude, I'm going to cram 3 months of production into the next 45 days. You got to have that mindset when you roll in every day. The second thing that you have to understand is you can dominate the holidays. You can totally stand out. Right? In fact, when people are backing off, when you lean in, you start raising eyebrows. People start looking at you and they start seeing something different. Like that's one of the ways that massive amounts of wealth are made. When economies are rolling back and economies are pulling back, the people that are able to lean into it, the companies that can lean into it, and put in the extra work, make the extra investments. The people that can do that, what they do is they exponentially increase the market share that they're able to capture. So, dude, when others back off, you just got to lean in. Beast mode activity every day. You got to burn it down. Get 50% more productivity out of your day. Find an extra hour and a half to make calls, 2 hours to make calls. Work a little bit on Saturdays. Work a little bit on Sundays. I'm telling you, dude, this freaks people out. And then the last thing. A lot of people are going to start telling you as a salesperson, "Hey, we're going to wait till after the holidays to make a decision." Do not believe this. It's a stall tactic. 99% of the time, all they're trying to do is they're brushing you off. Okay? So you got to understand that if the offer is right, if the product is right, and if the problem is there, anybody who can make a decision will make a decision. So you got to just completely filter out all the BS. Let's see, I've been here 7 years, right? I've been here 7 years. It was a major investment of time to get to where I'm at today. But dude, I'm starting to look at my deal. I'm going, dang, man, you pull your head up and man, there's some progress that's been happening. And it don't seem like that in the beginning. It just seems like a lot of work. It seems like you're going nowhere. And so it seems like you're making a lot of phone calls and people aren't calling you back. It seems like people are saying send a contract and they never send them back. People are setting appointments and then not showing up. And you got to get through all that because it all contributes to the skill development. And you become stronger and better and faster. And you learn to kind of use these different mechanisms that you have to kind of go out and eventually things start happening. So if you're in the beginning of that cycle, dude, you just got to push and shove and show up every day with the same determination that you did the day before to get the job done. And if you're here watching this show today, it's because I'm going to give you 3 ways that you can make sure that you hit your target by the end of the year. These are 3 things that you can do. They cost you 0 money. Like literally, it will cost you no money, and it will allow you to get closer to the targets. If your income isn't where it's at right now, if you're looking back at your year and you're like, man, dude, I was off. It was off. I wasn't committed. I didn't push hard enough. I'm telling you, if you do these 3 things, you will increase the conversions that you have before the end of the year as it's related to all your peers. So I'll just tell you right now, depending on the business that you're in, your cycle may be a long cycle. It's too late for cold prospects. Like when I get towards the end of the year, the way I've made the end of the year strong for me every single year is I don't focus on cold prospects. Some people may disagree with that, but I abandon cold prospects. Starting a new cycle, starting a new relationship, that whole process, it just takes time, and I ain't got time for that right now. What I need to do is I need to push everything I can over the finish line. So the first thing that you have to do, number one way to hit your target by the end of the year, is you have to go back to every single deal that you pitched throughout the entire year. Okay? You got to go back. These are people that already know your product. They already know you. They were engaged with you at some level. Some got farther than others, but they know who you are. It's not a cold call, right? I mean, it's technically, it's not like a hot call, but when you call them and you say your name, hopefully they remember you. So I want to tell you why that this is important. Because over the year, your product may have changed. Their leadership may have changed, their needs may have changed, their problem may have changed, their situation may have changed. Dude, you have no idea what's going on with people in their business and why they say no. Like, we see a lot of great products all the time. People show us great products every single day. But the timing ain't right. We got other things going on. We have priorities. I'm like, hey man, if I could get through the first 75 priorities on my list, you be number 76. But there's no way I'm gonna be able to bypass that whole list to put you up front. But maybe that was in March. And now it's November. And they're like, man, I got all 75 things off my plate. What next? He's just waiting for your phone call, right? So reach back out to them. There's 3 types of people that I've kind of classified into this category. And you have to prioritize them, right? Number 1, anybody that you sent a proposal to that did not close, they are your first priority. The second thing, anybody that you demoed but did not send a proposal to, they should be your second priority. Your third priority should be everybody that submitted a lead throughout the entire year. These are people that are all interested at some point, at some level throughout the entire year. Some got further down the line than others, but that is your new target list. First priority, people who got a proposal sent to them and didn't convert. Second priority, people who saw a demo but didn't convert. Third priority, people who submitted leads. I guess you could even classify this into 2 categories. They set an appointment and they didn't show, or people that just submitted a lead, right? So those 4 people, that's where you got to start. These are, again, it's warm. You already know who they are. They already know who you are. They've gotten at various stages down the sales cycle, but that is the first place you need to start. These are warm opportunities. Don't start cold deals right now unless your sales cycle is really short. You got a long sales cycle, it's going to be impossible to get through the whole deal. So like an example of that call, this is a call we do regularly. Hey John, this is Jared from Grant Cardone's office. We talked back in February, man, and I'm just, dude, why are we having to get a deal done? What happened? And just shut up. It's the easiest call in the world. You know, especially when they go dark on you, they're not expecting a call from you, and then you call and you shock them. It's like dropping something into ice water. It just freezes them up. Dude, you'd be surprised the responses that you get from that. John's not expecting my call. We talked 6 months ago, and all of a sudden, out of the blue, he gets a phone call. Hey, John, Jared from Grant Cardone's office. Dude, we talked back in March, and we never did a deal. I'm trying to figure out what happened. That's it. And just let him talk. You'd be surprised how far just that call will get you. Okay, second way that you can hit your target by the end of the year. I guarantee you this will get you more deals. I guarantee you this will make you more money and get you more deals than the people next to you that aren't thinking like this. The second way is go to the existing clients that you already have and find a way to improve their situation. Okay, so like we sell training to clients, right? So a client has a contract that ends in April of 2018. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 6 months from now, right? 5.5 months. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call out and I'm going to say, hey, I want to take the contract that you're in right now, the agreement that you have with us. Everything's going great, right? I want to take that agreement and I want to add more value to that deal. So I'm going to take you out of your contract, and those last 5.5 months, I'm going to wipe the slate clean. And we'll do a new agreement today for 36 months, right? So I want to take them out of their agreement early, offer them a lot of value for incentive, do everything you can to preserve the revenue, right? Don't take a dip on the revenue. Always add value. That's something I learned back when I worked in advertising. It was always never, ever, ever discount the price, always add more. So don't take the full page deal and go half price. Give them another full page ad, right? So you always want to preserve that revenue, right? So preserve the revenue, add more value, and find a way to improve their situation, right? Another way that you can increase your revenue is kind of along with this same line of improving their situation. Like for some products, like ours, for example, there's tax benefits for education. So if somebody writes a check for their contract, remember I was waiting for that money. That was a 3-year deal. I was waiting for that money for the next 24 months, the next 30 months, whatever. Hey, what if I were able to offer you a 10% discount to pay the agreement off? You get the tax break, plus you get a little bit of a discount on the overall deal if we do get the deal done before the end of the year. So you see how you're starting to kind of get creative with ways that you're going to plug in to try to capture more revenue or more income by the end of the year. So 3 ways to hit your target by the end of the year. Number 1, you got to go back to everybody who you already started a cycle with. So they submitted a lead, they scheduled an appointment, did or did not show, they saw a demo of your product, and then the last thing, people that saw a demo and got a proposal, they must be called. Second way that you can increase your sales before the end of the year is go back to people who you're already doing business with and find a way to take them out of their situation that they're in right now, put them in a new situation that's better, that adds more value, but also adds more revenue, and it brings the recontract, or it brings the transaction forward in time towards you rather than having to wait 4 or 5 months to get there. The third way that you can increase your income and hit your target by the end of the year is repackage your existing offer in a way that provides a different entry point for somebody to look at. So maybe you offer, I just put some examples down here, maybe you do digital marketing. Offer a free digital marketing assessment.
I like that.
Maybe you do pictures for a realtor. Offer to drive by a house and take a free set of pictures. First picture's free. Maybe you are a sales training company. Hey, I want to do a free sales meeting for your people. Maybe you offer a $30,000 corporate sales training platform and you say, hey, I'm going to repackage it into small certifications and offer it for less than $1,000 for world-class training that could double or triple your income. You can get to that at grantcardone.com/certifications right there. I hope that site's up right now. How can you sell more GrowthCon tickets? Repackage it. Hey, we're going to give you 4 tickets for the price of 1. We're going to give you 2 for 1. You want a VIP ticket? Don't pay 10 grand for it. Get 2 for 10 grand. So try to repackage your offer in a way that's going to grab somebody. Particularly, it's going to grab somebody at an entry point that you can move them up from. So, dude, you just have to be creative right now. Don't listen to what everybody's telling you. Don't listen to the holidays, back off, slow down. Nobody does business at the end of the year. The end of the year has been, I promise you, it has been the biggest months I've ever had. But you have to start employing some of these things. You got to know, urgency is key every single day. Right? You've got to get creative with how you're packaging. You got to go back to the people that have done business with you, or tried to do business with you rather, in the year, but for whatever reason it didn't happen. And you got to be a freaking maniac. You got to show up every day knowing that there are deals out there and you're going to find them. There are deals that are waiting. There are customers out there that can buy your product that are literally waiting for you to call. And everybody else in your space, dude, they're checking out right now. They're thinking, man, we get the Friday off after Thanksgiving, and then I only got to work 2 weeks, and then it's Christmas, and then I get a couple more days off then. And things are really going to slow down, and then, I'm going to start next year real strong. Dude, don't wait. Because what's really going to happen is you're going to sift up a bunch of new opportunities. You're going to re-inject people into your pipeline. You're going to close deals for sure. But you're going to start sifting up deals that may have been dead in the past, that you start waking up, and guess what? January, you've got a pipeline. While everybody else was backing off, you show up and you got a full pipeline and you start cracking deals Jan 1, right? I promise you this will work for you. I do this every single year, and it's always worked for me, and it's never let me down. The end of the year's coming. Are you ready? Are you ready? Set a new target, right? If you fell short on that target, dude, set a higher target. Try to find a way to get more done in less time. Become a freaking maniac. Urgency every single day. Employ these 3 ways to hit your target.